I now need to make my nose cone. Now to make my nose cone, I need a piece of white paper first to get started. And I'm also going to need a piece of cardstock. I'll need some Scotch tape and a little bit of duct tape to help me along with this, and a pair of scissors. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this paper and taking it from corner to corner at the top, pulling one edge over the other, and then rolling this in your fingers. And that's going to make, you're going to kind of overlap the pieces one over the other. And that's going to make your cone shape. And of course, the tighter you roll it, the sharper the point on your nose cone. And then what you need to do is getting a piece of Scotch tape or duct tape or clear tape or masking tape. Just place that together. And the idea is you're just trying to get an idea of what shape nose cone might work for your bottle rocket. Now, obviously my end isn't very true, so I need to trim this off. And because this is paper, it makes it really easy. I can just cut straight across and the paper springs back. Now, obviously, I need to cut off this little edge. And then I can, take this shape and try it on the top of my body tube. Now, that's pretty close. I think I want to make it, because this laps over a little bit, I think I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller. So again, to do that, you just simply trim along the bottom edge, and you can change the size, no problem. All right, let's see. I think that fits a little bit better. Okay, so that's my basic shape that I want. Okay, so I've done my practice with my piece of paper now. Now I'm going to use a piece of cardstock. And again, it's the same principle. You're going to take your two corners and you're going to pull one down and then push the other one over the top. And the idea is you're trying to make that cone shape. And again, the cardstock is a little harder to work with. So you may have to be careful not to crease it too much when you're working with it. But once you get that general shape done, and you may have to pull it inside a little bit to get that shape that you want, then I take a couple pieces of duct tape and I put it over the top of it just to help hold this secure while I am working with it. And you can probably use clear tape or masking tape, but since it's a little rigid material, I thought the duct tape maybe would hold it a little bit more securely. Then what you need to do is, again, you are going to cut off this to the length that you need. Now I have approximately, if I undo this, for my approximate size, okay, I need to cut it like right around in there. So that's going to be where I cut. So I'm going to work up in here a little bit and then working my way around. Now once you have that all set, now it's time to use your duct tape, and you're going to attach it the exact same way you did previously. Get your pieces and put it on each side. And then you can even take one piece and wrap it around. The exact same technique that you did for your other sections. There we go. Looks good. Now I'm all set to begin to color my rocket. So for that, I need to have my colored duct tape. Now I have some white, I have some rainbow, I have some blue, I have some pink. So I'm just going to start working with the rocket and see what design I can work out. Now again, when I did my sketch, I put out that I was going to do some blue and then some darker blue, but because of my supplies, I wasn't able to get my darker blue color that I was looking for. So it's okay. We'll work along and figure out a new idea. Okay, I have pre-torn some strips, and again, I want them to be the length of my body tube. Now, when you're working with this, try to make sure that you leave a little bit of space down here at the bottom. That way, when we're putting in the water and the air to get ready to launch this bottle rocket, we are able to see the air pressure moving inside. So make sure that when you're working with this, if you're working, take a little bit of time and try to make sure that you have, that bottom edge clear, so that when we're working, you can see clearly what's going on inside the rocket. Okay, so I have my rocket all decorated, and I have one good layer of duct tape. And I just have to make sure that it's all adhered down and nice and smooth. If you have a little place that you think is not quite covered, you can put an extra layer on if you'd like to. But remember, you don't need to have 40 layers of duct tape on here. And remember, try to leave an open window so that we can see to fill the water bottle with the bottom bottle with water and air pressure.